Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. We are building a spa today. And we are going to start off by going through the gallery and seeing what's available as a pre-built option that we might just edit because I like endorsing other people's work. And we may end up starting from scratch, but it's not likely. Sorry, forgot to do something. Okay, so we have the 3 Maxis spas that came with Spa Day. It looks like they have everything, but I'm not thrilled with the style. Okay, so perfect balance spa. Keep track of the one you like the best and type it into the chat when we're done. We'll do a little poll. So that's perfect balance spa. And then we have the Asham yoga studio, which has yoga, bathrooms, is not an option. It doesn't provide enough of the services. So do not vote for that one. And the Center Massage has massage tables, and those might be meditation stools. And more massage, no yoga, so also not an option. So from Maxis, the perfect balance spa is the only option from Maxis. It appears to have all the necessary, all the services. Then we have from Little Simsy, we have the Cucumber Spa. I definitely like the exterior here better. Having a problem seeing anything inside. Doesn't seem to have Okay, well, Cucumber Spa, and we'd probably have to do a lot of editing. This one, by Naginogiman. I like the style, and I like it in particular because the spa that I built that is not an option because it uses stuff from future packs, was placed in on Mount Komorabi, and I called it Mount Come Rub Me Spa. And so I did a sort of a bad Asian style, but I like the whole thing sitting on water, and then it's got a basement. It looks like the yoga studio is in the basement. And then you can't see anything inside, and you can't see anything inside, and you can't tell what any of that is. But I like the structure of this one quite a lot. So if I don't get any votes, this is probably the one that we're going to start with and then edit it. I'm not sure what's going on with the comments, but okay. See, we have Simmery Sims. It looks like they did the waterfall in the front. That's nice. I like the water here. The lot is mostly building, which is usually a good thing. They've got a steam room, pool, and then on the second floor there's a yoga studio. Spa is the perfect for a relaxing day. Yoga class, massage, relax in the sauna, or get your manicure. So they've got all of the features in it. So this is an option. The NewCrest Spa and Nail Salon. We'd have to change the name because, I mean, come on, I don't do such mundane names. But it's definitely got all the services. This one has custom content, I'll bet anything. And I told it I didn't want custom content. But the reason I know it has custom content is that big yoga sign at the front. That's not available. I'd have that's not an option. Somebody edited the Perfect Balance Spa. If we do that, we will start with that. That's a little boring. But the Simified, I think the outside's a little boring. It has a basement, yoga studio, meditation studio, steam room. Then on the ground floor, massage, more yoga. And then I have no, floor 2 is decorative. Okay. So most of the stuff is in the way below Zen is in underground. I don't know. A spa shouldn't be underground. It should be almost. There's a lot of fantasy stories where elves, in particular, bring nature into the inside and commingle structure, technology, and construction with the natural world in a seamless manner. And that's the sort of feel that I think we should have for a spa. So I don't think that's an option. Melanie Drake YT has a spa day. Yoga, massage chairs, massage tables, manicure chairs, massage tables. I'm not seeing a steam room, but I can't see it really well. And I've got yoga, but I don't see meditation. Spa is the right place for your Sims. Thanks to donations from the generous Nancy Landgrab, the spa is beauty and relaxation. Massages, manicures, yogas, meditations, and visit the sauna. Everything Sims can dream of offered here. So it does have everything, and it's got a cute little backstory. I I don't know if Nancy Landgrab is still alive in our world. I know Jeffrey is. So this one, very, very modern, but this outdoor balcony area, there's some bringing nature in. So Spa Day by Melanie Drake YT. And we are going to go through these last two, and then we're done looking. Okay, guys, that's 12 options. Well, not quite, but Bookadoo did the Rustage Havelman. And I'm going to assume that is a foreign language because the description is in a foreign language. So that looks an awful lot like, yeah, that's the Perfect Balance Spa redone again. Okay, and then we have Secure Leon did the Essence Spa. Oh, cool. And this one is an easier to work with shape than the temple, but they also tried to make it look like it was sitting on water. It's got the water going all the way around. So we like this. Best placed in Oasis Springs. We would be using it in NewCrest, so we might have to change the terrain paint a little bit, but NewCrest is a blank slate at the moment, so we don't have to worry about style too terribly much. Got an above ground pool, massage tables, steam rooms. What was on the ground floor? It looks like yoga back there, some manicure chairs. And then on the third floor, some workout equipment, juice bar. Actually, I think this is my new first pick. Okay, so my vote is the Essence Spa. Our options are the Essence Spa, the Spa Day, the Way Below Zen, the NewCrest Nail and Spa, the Japanese Temple Spa, the Cucumber Spa, and the Perfect Balance Spa. And Let's Spa by Maxis. The Cucumber Spa by Little Simsy. The Japanese Temple Spa by Noginogimaman. Japanese Temple Spa. Noginogiman. NewCrest Nail and Spa by Simmery Sims. NewCrest Spa and Nail. Not that one. Not that one. The Way Below Zen by the Simified. Spa Day by Melanie Drake YT. And actually, hold on. Essence Spa. It says specifically do not re-upload it. I would edit it, and then I promised all of you that I would upload any lots that we built in the stream, so Essence Spa is not an option for copyright. So, we will, of course, be citing whoever we start with. But those are our options. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options. And we're going to make the background just a little bit more opaque. So that you can see what's going on this poll. And now it's time for you to vote. I will give you until 15 after to place your vote. And I will see you back at that time. Okay, 2 minutes left to vote. Come on. Let's get a vote, shall we? One person interested in putting their 2 cents in? add my 2 cents to that, and that'll make the video worth 4 cents. How about that? There is a 7th option, by the way, if you just want us to build one from the ground up, we can do that. And actually, that's what I will probably do if nobody votes for anything. Because, yeah. Less than a minute left. And time's up. Okay, we'll just build something from the ground up. Which is fine. I hope that the people that got featured on my video appreciate the feature. We don't want a 15 by 15, 20 by 15 lot. That's just too small considering the size of the teaching yoga mat thing. But a 30 by 20 would be plenty. And I'm tempted to put it on, well, let's see, what are all these names? Fern Park sounds right. Not asphalt. Let's do Fern Park. We're going to change the name, of course, but okay. All right. We are going to start with terrain tools. And we are going to lower the terrain all around the stupid trees in my way. We're going to have to fix that. Okay, and then raise the terrain here. Okay, flatten. Fix this. And then lower. And we're going to add water. Lower once. There we go. And we're going to make it daytime while we're working. And go back to terrain manipulation and smooth the terrain. Nope, that's not what we intended to do. That is really not what we intended to do. Flatten terrain. Smooth. lower, smooth, and flatten. Undo that. Flatten this way. Flatten this way. Flatten this way. Okay, and now smooth and make this smaller. Make it fuzzier. Okay, and now flatten a very small and smooth. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Flatten. Smooth. Okay. Now we've got a rough island in the water. Doo-doo. We don't want any of it flat. We don't want it hilly, but we don't want it flat. Want a nice smooth terrain. And then we'll worry about terrain paint later. We're going to do a flat square. I'm going to put it here. Bring it in so that it's too wide. And then bring it out. You know what? We're going to keep it just one wide. No, too wide. And this comes in there. And the whole thing gets raised up one step so that Sims can just step onto it. And it gets a post foundation. And then columns, simple columns, but in a nice, yeah, that one. Roof. Hipped roof. What is the code to make it more there we go. Shift C. Gonna do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ta-da! Little bridge going over, and we go back to terrain tools, and we lower. We didn't want to do that. There we go. And we flatten so that you can use the bridge. And then we smooth in a teeny tiny area around the edge. Ta-da! Okay. Then we need the ground floor. And we're going to do nope. Undo that. And then copy. I did move. I meant copy. 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 Okay, we want to do extra large. So we're just gonna there we go. And we're going to do that foundation because it's going to come out over the water in places. Okay. And we can do a garden around the outside. B, control. And door. Okay. And that's only one step, so we don't need stairs in front of it, I don't think. Which is good because we can't put stairs on a round foundation. Anyhow, we are going to put stairs. We are going to use the Oasis pack to decorate. And we are going to use a nice and we are going to bulldoze the bottom of that. And then we're going to copy the whole thing and go up a floor. And column from the Oasis. I'm pretty sure the Oasis. Oh, no, spot A. Ooh, even better. Nice rich brown color. That is a huge column, so never mind. We're going to go with the Oasis, and we are going to Control-Shift-C, bb.move objects. Copy there, copy. And if we take this room and copy it and go up and place it here. It put the 4 columns in the middle. Good. And now we need a hold on. Copy. And then copy, page up, and line it up properly. There we go. And we're going to undo that. And go to rooms and put a smaller room up here. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. And we are going to put a roof six on here. Move. Okay. And then we shift C. We're just going to ignore what that did at the top there. Circular roof. And we're going to put this down one more spot. And then grab the, nope, that's not what I grabbed before. What did I grab before? Oh, yeah, that's the same one. And then a nice rich brown edge. And then for the exterior wall, we're going to do some pale siding. Hold on. Missed a step. And trim that nice warm wood again. I don't like the color. Let's go back here. What other colors do we have? That's too much the same color as the roof. That's too white. Windows that work on large and extra large curves and medium height. And shift. if the door should still work. We'll test all of it, but we'll have a spa day. And that's what happens when you use move objects on to put a window in. Okay, so we're not going to do that. I forgot about that stupid. And short windows. This one. Okay. Lots of natural light. And this room doesn't have a ceiling, and this room doesn't have a floor. No, we're going to rebuild the ceiling on this room. Yeah, and then that just leaves, that's what we want. Okay, and then we don't need we need to put the columns back. We were doing the green to match the stairs. You know what? We're just gonna I'm gonna leave the and we're gonna go to banisters. And fences. Okay. Now floors, We're going to look at everything from Spade and Courtyard Oasis. I think Courtyard Oasis is going to do corner there, 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 there. We don't have an inside. We would do an inside corner by, okay. So then, there is really no organization to this at all. Shift F? No. Alt F? Control F? Control F. We'll put some planters in that. Okay, so we have a courtyard, and I do not believe we can put. Yeah, but they should be able to walk through that. Okay. And then just some okay, hold on. Is that how I do this then? No, I want... Nope, that's not helpful. Okay, well, that's that. Um, want ceiling lamps, and we want these guys. And we need one right over the top of the stairs. And right over the bottom of the stairs. Do we still have move objects on? Okay. Warm brown color. And okay. Floors, walls, and ceilings. And stairs are done. Now let's go into objects by function. Change our venue to a spa. And change our options to spa options, spa items. And see how we want to divide up our space. First thing we want is a yoga instructor mat. And we're going to put a couple of nope, that's an instructor's mat. All right, not perfectly straight lines. And there's theoretically room for someone to add more, but it's enough for a family of 4. And then we'll put the meditation up here with the yoga. And we need a table in the back. That says sit. No. This one? Table. Come on, give me a table. Okay, well, can I put something on this other than being mean to me? No, I can't put that on there. So I don't want that up here. Put that somewhere else. Oh, these things are tables. And yeah. And okay. Incense for the meditation and yoga. Music for down here. Give me that speaker. I know it's here. I know it's here. I know it's here. Here it is. Speaker for the rest of, well, for this area. We're gonna put the steam room wall. I've got it. I've got it. I know what we're doing. Good tune tight. Sorry about that. Put the speaker over the door or near the door. And then build walls. And build a diagonal wall. And then control, get rid of these two walls. And we're going to make that a indoor forest. And we are going to have and we're going to have a wait, this one. There and there. And then do 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 do. Locker. There we go. We're gonna go with this lighter color for the lockers and put we don't need music in the bathrooms. And we're gonna do that door over here. And then that wallpaper Did we get all the walls? Put a mirror over that. Objects by room, bathroom, toilet. Spa day does have a toilet, so let's use that. Alt. Okay, that's not long enough. That's not long enough. Okay, what? Why don't they get longer? That got shorter. Almost. Yeah, undo that. I don't need a left and right. I don't need a left and right. There we go. If I move objects on for this, it'll probably work. Okay. Bathroom, sink, counter, spa day, the light brown. Oops, I've got. Why can't it go there? Okay. So they're technically one room, but lighting. I know what I want. I want this in a nice dark color. Nope. Okay. Bathroom's done. We're going to decorate that in a minute. Let's get back to the spa items. We need the manicure chair. And the divider. And the massage table. And we will use this slide again. And again. Spa items. There's supposed to be a bar. We're going to be replacing this with the Come Rub Me bar. Come Rub Me spa. When we get Snowy Escape. So we can put the bar outside. Does Snowy Escape come before Seasons? Hold on. Season expansion. Snowy Escape, Snowy Escape, Snowy Escape, Snowy Escape, Snowy Escape, Eco Lifestyle. Snowy Escape is after that. So we need to put a roof over the bar because Seasons will come before we get our official bar. But we can put and then up level And if I go back to the function, there's some bar stools. You'd think they'd put them near the bar in a short, but no. Okay, if we go to room, dining room, bar stools, spa day. Yoga and meditation, salon type things, and bathrooms. It's a very small, very simple spa, but now it's time to decorate, I'm pretty sure. So we'll go back to objects by function, decorations, and plants. Window boxes. Um, um, and then we do a little trick and we use outdoor shrubbery with cover up the floor in here. Not grass. He's not coming out. He's not going into the bathroom. He's not going into the hallway. Okay. Nothing came through there. Nothing came through there. All right. Now we have green space. And if I go to wall sculptures, I will get additional okay, or not. Where is the ivy? Outdoor plants, not under trees, not under flowers. Okay, so maybe that's something that comes in a future pack. The entryway is going to have ottomans. Oh, I've got move objects on. Hold on. A couple of ottoman seating there. Long table here by the door. Nope, we don't want to block that pathway. Across from here. With drink tray and flowers. Little flowers, floor flowers. Bamboo. We've got lighting in all areas. Gentle lighting upstairs for the yoga and meditation. Incense upstairs. Music in everything but the bathroom downstairs. I think we are ready to test the lot. So, what is this? Get rid of that. Oh, we need to do the outside. Okay, we're going to take a little break and then we're going to decorate the exterior. Oh, I wanted to go back to lighting and ceiling lamps is already selected. And I wanted to grab that this one. Miscellaneous. Where's that thing that goes on the floor? Go back to spa items. Where's that big flower? Where's that big flower? I know it's in here. I know it's in here. I know it's in here. Oh, we probably want to put mirrors in the bathroom. It's the right size. I'm looking for a big. I'm actually missing a few things. That's the wall decal. Incense. Ottomans. Tile treatment. Oh, okay. Put the sign out on the front of the lot. Okay, it's lighting. It's lighting. It's floor lighting. Maybe it's under, objects by function, water features. Pool objects. Aha, it's under pool objects. Okay. We're going to do open water objects out here and decorate. Oh, we don't have a shower. Okay, we need a shower. Go back to the bathrooms. The spa shower comes in our favorite colors. That'll work. Can I put it there? Okay. Save. And we are decorating the outside when we get back. And we have to name it. So, while we are on a short break, what shall we name this spa? And I will see y'all back in a few minutes. Okay, everybody. I'm not blaming anybody for not participating, but I desperately want to play with other people. And the fact that I have 4 viewers and all you have to do to chat with me is be a follower, and there's no one in the chat, I'm going to have to shut the stream down because of my mental health. I apologize for that. I hope you have a great day, and maybe after I take a nap and maybe get a beer, I'll come back to it.